Part 1. Akari's class has been given a group project to do. Students in a group search for information related to language and culture and give a presentation about it to the class. Akari's group is now presenting their project. The theme of our project is how a language changes. We will present various examples of language change. The first presenter is Taku. Thank you, Akari. I will present to you some evidence that shows languages slowly change over time. Did you know that languages evolve slowly and gradually? We don't usually notice the change happening, but when we read old Japanese, we notice that the language is very different from now. For example, it's difficult for us to read the Genji Monogatari, which was written in the Heian period, more than 1,000 years ago. I'll show you another example. Look at this slide. This is a famous line from the play Romeo and Juliet, which was first shown in England around 1595. Can you guess what it means? It means, "Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Why are you Romeo?" You can see how different the words in those days were from the current English. Part 2. Thank you, Taku, for your interesting talk. In the next part of the presentation, Hana will show you another example. That's right. What image do you get in your mind when you hear the word a mouse? Many of you might think of a computer device, but the original meaning, of course, is a small animal. As you know, the equipment was named a mouse because its shape looked like a mouse. When we develop new technology, we need a new word to refer to it. On such an occasion, the word is taken from existing words rather than created brand new. Think of other technology-related words such as tweet, cloud, and stream. They all come from things in nature. It is more common to name something using an existing word than to create a brand new one. Why do you think new products and ideas tend to have existing names? This is because these names help people have a clear image of the new product or idea we are describing. For example, the word web comes from the web of spider. This word was used because the way network connections work is similar to the links of a spider's web. Nowadays, this word is used to refer to network connections much more frequently than it is to the original spider's web. Part 3. Thank you very much, Hana. It would be interesting to search how many such examples exist around us. The last part of our presentation will be given by Tom. Tom will present an interesting example of how language changes under the influence of politics. Thank you, Akari. As you know, the word president is usually used to refer to the leader of a country. Do you know how this word got this meaning? When the United States achieved independence, they didn't know what to call the leader of their country. This was debated in Congress for a long time. Some people wanted to use a strong term like a king, but others disagreed with that idea. As the United States became a republic country, they didn't want their new leader to get the idea that he has great power. And the term with the least powerful meaning was president. The word president existed before that, but it just meant somebody who presides over a meeting. The discussion continued, and people finally agreed to use the word president only temporarily. This temporary word president gradually gained the image of someone with great power, and now, about 150 countries have presidents. Part 4. Thank you, Tom. Now, we would like to think of some more examples for language change. Does anyone have any ideas? We often borrow words from foreign languages, such as pizza and a hamburger, but they are now used as Japanese words. That's right. English speakers also borrow words from Japanese such as sushi and idashi. That's a great point. What about the words created by young people? My parents don't know some of the words that I use. That's another example. It is said that young generations like us tend to communicate with each other differently from other generations in order to establish their own identity. In English, for example, young people often create new words by taking the first part of a word such as congrats for congratulations or perf for perfect. Tom, you are so knowledgeable. I'm sure there are similar examples in Japanese. Well, maybe I should conclude our presentation. We have looked at various reasons for language change. It is surprising to know that there are so many examples: gradual language change over time, new words for new technologies, the influence of politics, words from other languages, and new words created by young generations. There could be other words with an interesting history. If we do further research, we might be able to find clues that help us understand the history of our society.